Hey, this is Donnie, Mar Group, eXp Realty, Memphis, Tennessee, and today we're going to discuss, should you rent or should you buy? This should be interesting. Let's talk real estate. Hey guys, it's Donnie here. Man, isn't everything getting expensive? We know it is. So real quick, let's take a look. Is it right for you to rent or is it right for you to buy? With prices going up, just recently read an article in TheSkimm and saw that the median rent in the country has gone to $1,789 a month. That's getting on up there, but here's the deal. The median payment is about $100 more, a little less than $100 more at $1,867 a month. So might cost you a little bit more just in monthly payment to purchase the home. So which is best for you? Well, number one, if you would, throw it down in the comments and let's see how many people we have on here that are renters versus homeowners. So let's talk about some things that you should consider whether or not you're gonna rent or purchase. First of all, what kind of upfront costs can you buy? It is true that you could probably get into a rental for a little less money. You know, you may have to have first month's rent, you may have to have a security deposit, a little bit of money. On a home, you're looking at things like closing costs, potentially a down payment, in this market, potentially appraisal gaps, that kind of. So generally it will take a little bit more cash up front to be able to purchase a home. Certainly there are programs out there to help home buyers get into homes without spending a lot of money out of pocket, and we help a lot of our buyers with those, but it is definitely a consideration that you gotta think about. Another thing you gotta think about is who's gonna do the repairs. When you rent that house, a lot of times your landlord is responsible for those repairs, replacing things that break, taking care of things that may not work anymore or get damaged, whatever the case might be. But you know that comes a flip side as well, because that's got to come out of the rent, and he's got to be able to cover those costs. And it means that he's going to repair them probably on his timeline, at least a little bit, and on his terms and how he wants to repair them. When you own the house, you may have to pay for the repair, but you'll also get to be in control of that repair, who performs the work, how the work is done, if you're gonna upgrade it while you're having it repaired, that kind of stuff. So that can definitely be important. A big factor that we always wanna think about whether we're gonna rent or buy is how long you're gonna stay there. Mentioned earlier that you have those upfront costs to get into a home. Depending on whether the home market goes up or goes down, if you're only there for 12 months, the value of the home may or may not go up enough for you to recoup those closing costs, and then you may have some commissions and whatnot on the back end when you sell. So certainly the shorter time you're gonna be there, if it's gonna be a very short period of time, that might definitely make a stronger case for renting instead of buying in that particular situation. And last, you gotta look at your goals. I can tell you, I rented when I first got out of the Army many years ago before we bought our first home. Our goal was to buy our first home. We were 22 years old. We wanted to buy our house. That was our goal because I knew I didn't want to rent for a long time. It was just something that I believed in home ownership even from a young age. And that was my goal. In order to meet that goal, I rented a cheap apartment. And sometimes it was in an area where people thought, you're living there? And maybe not everybody approved of that. But it definitely gave us the ability to meet our goal. We had our first home built. That apartment had a 6-month lease. We made sure up front that we had the ability to do a month-to-month lease in case we needed a few extra months, which we did need. And we ended up being in that apartment for 6 to 9 months, and it worked out great. We saved a bunch of money being there from what we would have saved from a more expensive place or our own home. We were able to use that to furnish our new home and put window treatments and that kind of stuff in it. We had the ability to extend so that we could stay there until our new home was done. In my opinion, that's the best time to rent. The best time to rent is when it just makes sense for your goals, in particular with the time frame, or if you're preparing to buy a home. If you utilize rent in that way on purpose, I'd love to hear that story or a little comment on it as well. So throw that down there in the comments. So ultimately, what should you do? Should you rent? Should you buy? It depends on your time frame, your goals, your current situation. What I will tell you that I know, and this is what I always say, on average, homeowners have a 42 times greater net worth than a renter. I believe that it's in your best interest long-term to be a homeowner. As we've seen over the last couple of years, homes have really gone up in value a lot. Rent has also gone up in value a lot. And you know what? You never really get any of that rent back. You're buying a service, and every month you have to buy that service again. Whereas a home is a long-term investment. There may be some liability there, some payments to pay, some repairs to make, but overall it's a long-term investment. And because you're building equity and you're paying down that payment, you're getting something for that payment every month other than just a shelter over your head. That gives you the ability to start building your net worth. So long-term, I recommend everybody buy a home. I'm less concerned about the timing of when you buy the home as much as I am as soon as you're in a great position to do it and not put yourself in a bind, you should go do it. So hope that helps you guys out. Make the best decision for you. Of course, if you're in Memphis, Tennessee or anywhere near it and you want to buy a home, that's us, Tomorrow Group. That's what we do, is help people buy and sell homes. We'll do a great job for you. Or if you need more information, feel free to reach out. We're always happy to help. We'll be looking forward to your comments.